Hey, what's up guys? I am your host, Ryan Zoo, and this is King of the Hill. Alright, we're here in game number 1 of Nobleman Battles between JuicyFruit64 and Unstoppable1237, or Trevor Squires. JuicyFruit with a win-loss record pretty damn good, 4-1, 1600 to 400, and Trevor Squires, don't let his measly little win-loss ratio for you. No, it's still pretty good, 800 to 250, still a very good ratio, and certainly a lot of private battles in there, so very, very skilled. And there's actually been quite a few changes to King of the Hill, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about them. So the first change, you may have noticed already, the first map has been changed. We're finally rotating the first map. It's been changed from cards to yin yang. I don't have too many reasons for why I picked Yin Yang as the starting map, except number 1, it hardly ever gets picked in King of the Hill. I don't know why, but heaps of noblemen hate it, and for that exact reason, that's why I chose it. Heaps of people think that they're just not very good at Yin Yang. Like, it's actually quite a hard map to go no lives lost, even though it's a map that you should be able to get high income, and therefore should go no lives lost. But nobody has really found a good way to go no lives lost, and that's why everybody hates Yin Yang. That's why I've chosen that as the first map, to force them to develop good strategies on this map. And we're seeing some pretty unique strategies. Usually we see bomb tower tech shooter, but these guys have developed bomb tower and boomerang, so maybe the boomerang strategy is still the best strategy, even for— oh, there's a little red balloon getting past. Oh no, never mind. False alarm. And JuicyFruit deciding to go for the 2-3 boomer in this little spot here. I would be surprised if you can go no lives lost with this. Man, Unstoppable big 2-3 boomer pretty fast, otherwise you're going to lose some lives. So a quick little pink rush here by JuicyFruit, and this should definitely cause some lives lost. I guess he just didn't have enough income to get that boomerang up. So unfortunately down to 143 lives, and this might be the game here for Unstoppable1237, making a huge blunder on round 4. But there should be ways to exploit JuicyFruit's boomerang position. I don't believe that position can get no lives lost. Maybe pinks can cause some damage, but certainly blacks will do some damage if he doesn't get any more additional towers. So really, really interesting that we're going to see which sort of boomerang spot is better to get no lives lost. We're going to sort of ignore the blunder that Unstoppable1237 made with those initial 7 lives, and just pretend that he's— well, we're not going to pretend, but we're going to see if from this point forth, if Trevor Squires or Unstoppable1237, I'll just call him Unstoppable, because that 1237 is really annoying me. If Unstoppable's boomerang spot is better, or if Juicy's spot is better. So far, Juicy's spot is still maintaining no lives lost, but that's because Unstoppable is not sending any quick pink rushes. He should try a couple of pink rushes, because he really needs to get Juicy to lose some lives right now. Okay, so that was the first change. It was the initial starting map. The other changes don't really affect you guys as much, but before I talk about that, let's talk about this quick little black rush here. So a second boomerang down by Juicy just to get some more additional help. Will this be enough? I'm not too sure if it will be. And also the black rush by Juicy going to cause probably some lives lost for Unstoppable. I'm not too sure. So far, both these guys defending actually pretty damn well with their boomerang strategy. Oh, some more lives, but oh, tons of lives. Whoa, that's tons of lives lost. What the hell? Selling the boomerang, have time to place it again. So unfortunately, that boomerang spot not very effective at all, and yeah, he's going to need that cluster bomb to stop losing more lives. He still continues to lose lives. I don't even see any balloons get past, and I'm actually really, really goddamn surprised that this combination and positioning by Juicy is enough to get no lives lost. Oh, he seemed a little bit nervous there, so getting that ricochet up a little bit earlier, because he was nervous some of those balloons might get through. But yeah, maybe you have to stack the balloons or something, or maybe— I don't know. I'm just really surprised that JuicyFruit has found a no lives lost strategy with his boomerang position. We'll see if someone else can exploit that. And now Rego Blacks— wow, Juicy is such a good attacking player, always knowing which attacks are going to be the most effective. And Rego Blue is actually really, really strong on this map, because of this huge bend at the end. Like, there's so much time for those balloons to regrow back into strong balloons, because the cannons or boomerangs or whatever don't get to shoot at them for a long time. And now Unstoppable is just really, really far behind, guys. Only 115 lives. And he's using a village as well, which I don't know if he has enough income for a village. He's already had to stop income around 9 to save up enough money for village camera detection, which is not as much income as I'm sure he's used to on Yin Yang. And wow, just through excellent attacks by Juicy. It's got an Unstoppable down to 115 lives, whereas JuicyFruit somehow still maintaining full lives. And oh, so showing a village as well. So it looks like village is definitely the way you have to go on this map. Because, and oh, is any balloons gonna get through? Wow, that boomerang spot is really not too bad. That's really not too bad. Wow, I'm actually really surprised by that. This is not good indeed. And now this camo balloon is going to cause some damage to Trevor Squires if he doesn't upgrade. Ah, some more balloons. Oh no. Getting that village up in time, and also Juicy getting that village up in time. What about a quick regrow rush? Okay, so Trevor going for a tiny regrow rush. That's not going to do anything. That tiny rainbow rush is not going to do anything at all, but it does force Juicy to get more defense up, and that means he doesn't have as much income. Unstoppable will need to get some more boomers up for round 15 ceramics. I don't think this is enough, and he does get another 2-3 boomer. That should probably be enough, but we're going to see. There is some ceramics there by Juicy. Whoa, these ceramics actually getting really far through, and this might be hit GG here, guys. Whoa, these ceramics, they've regrown back into ceramic. 2 ceramics get through, this will be a GG right here, and GG. While ceramics are really, really strong in this game, if you don't get the pop them down far enough in that first attack, then they regrow from rainbows back into ceramics. And the problem is that when you pop a ceramic down to rainbows, you get 2 rainbows. And when they regrow back into ceramics, that regrows back into 2 ceramics. That you basically just have no time at all. We just saw at the end there, those ceramics weren't even close to getting popped. So regrow ceramics really, really strong on this map. And GG, Juicy wins game number 1. Let's go to game number 2. Alright, we're here in game number 2. Let's see what map Trevor Squires has picked. Of course! Hydrodam, how did I not guess this? This is his absolute favorite map. It's his best map. Him and Anacondas are right now just super strong on this map. And indeed, they have both released strategies for Hydrodam in their respective channels. I guess it's a good time to shout out Trevor's channel. It is, I think it's just Trevor Squires. Maybe Trevor Squires and some numbers. Anyway, if you search Trevor Squires on YouTube, you should be able to find it. He has a lot of great videos for Bloons TD Battles, as well as Bloons TD 5. Just really, really popular Bloons TD Battles commentator. And, oh, interestingly, JuicyFruit is copying his strategy. So it seems like, just by the great work that him and Anacondas have been done, they've sort of found a strategy that's pretty, that's really, really good. It can get to round 20, I think, no problems, and even stop round 20 rushes. Maybe. And so, yeah, a lot of people are copying this strategy because it may very well just be the best strategy on Hydrodam right now. It's kind of like the boomerang strategy on every other map, but on Hydrodam, Mortar Dartling Gun is a strategy, guys. So if you haven't seen it before, welcome, and you will get to see the first ever sort of, because these guys are playing really serious, guys. They're using their best strategies in King of the Hill all the time. For some reason, Trevor seems to have like big issues with people copying strategies. I don't really get that, because like you know, he releases his strategies on his channel. Like, what do you expect people to do? If it's a good strategy, of course people are going to copy it. I don't really know what else to say about that. So yeah, these guys, I mean, this strategy is so good for so many reasons. Usually, if they are on top of their game and their Dartling Gun aiming is perfect or whatever, they can get to 700 income on Hydrodam. 700 income before round 13, which is just ridiculous. And have enough defense for Rainbow Rush, and have enough defense for Ceramics, and have enough defense for everything. Just once you get, you know, 700 income for, I think they get it by round 10 or round 9. It's just, that's like even more income that you can get on cards, which is just ridiculous considering how small this map is. I think they're even trying to work this strategy into other maps, just because it seems that you can get even more income than you can with the boomerang strategy. So it'd be great to see Mortar Dartling Gun to become a strategy on other maps, but at the same time, it's kind of unlikely because you do have to lose lives with the strategy, so it would never be really that effective on big maps. And the other thing is that, you know, it's never been tested against farm rushes. I mean, you can do a farm rush on Hydrodam, but it's kind of cheap because you can only do it on the left side of this map. You can't do it on the right hand side because only boomerangs only work on the left hand side. Kind of a cheap thing about Hydrodam. The symmetry causes huge, you know, imbalances to the game. But these guys are just they're not sort of taking advantage of that asymmetry of the map. But yeah, so it's hard to know if this strategy can beat farm rushes on cards or temple. But it may very well be. I don't know. I really don't know. Dartling Gun, though, not many good places to put Dartling Guns on temple. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off track here, guys. Back to this game. So, oh, they're asking about each other's income. Really interesting. So 570 income, really, really high. Wow, for round 7. He seems like he's on track to get up to 650 or 700 by round 9. Yeah, so you can see here that this strategy is pretty, well tested. It doesn't lose to blacks. It doesn't really lose to pinks. It doesn't lose. I mean, it loses some lives, but you're never going to die from it. And it doesn't actually matter too much the lives you lost, because as long as you keep surviving, eventually your income lead, because you weren't sending attacking balloons, your income lead is cool. Oh, although having said that, he's down to very few lives. Wow, very, very few lives. Damn. Yeah, if your bomb tower whiffs, it's like a huge problem. Like any whiff of your bomb tower. Oh, let's see, like that time it wasn't too big of a deal. But if the bomb tower whiffs, then like you're guaranteed to lose some lives, because that bomb tower is a huge part of your defense. So back to what I was saying about those changes in King of the Hill. I really don't have time to talk about it in this game, but maybe next game, if we see a bigger map and there's some more downtime, I'll be able to talk about that. So I think I see here a big rush here. Spaced zebras, really interesting in timing on the rush. Round 10 spaced zebras, forcing his opponent to get a lot of defense in round 10, and quite a few lives lost as well, but not enough to kill his opponent. But still, forcing your opponent to get up tower defense is always really good. It means that your opponent can't rush you, because all of his money is on his defense, and it means that also you can't put that money into economy balloons. Although you've also sacrificed money by putting a rush that doesn't really get you much economy as well. Again, I don't know what the trouble is with copying strategies. I mean, you don't see people complaining about. I don't know who invented the boomerang strategy, but now that everyone's using the boomerang strategy, you don't see that guy complaining. I mean, it's just the best strategy, and I mean, there's not much you can say about that. You expect people to use suboptimal strategies. I mean, congratulations for finding the best strategies, and I give you a lot of credit for that. You and Anacondas did a lot of work. Oh, by the way, here guys, as I'm contemplating, Juicy Fruit's probably about to die. Oh, maybe not. I think that was just a glitch on the graphics. But yeah, anyway, it's an obvious point. People are just going to use the best strategies, and I certainly agree that Trevor and Anacondas have found a very good strategy, if not the best strategy for Hydro Dam. So, Unstoppable down to 44 lives, 703 income. Wow, not too bad, not too bad. Obviously, Juicy has lower income than that. Yours came too late. I guess he means his income. I don't know. So yeah, so see here. So basically, the defense is a lot of cluster bombs, a couple of ricochets, dartling guns, just for the bidding, and then more and maulers for round 18, and then I believe it's just more dartling guns, more bomb towers, more maulers. It goes into a pretty normal game, because basically, as long as you can get a strategy to get 700 income at the start, then you're pretty much set for the later game. And that was a problem with Hydro Dam in the beginning, was that nobody could figure out how to get high income at the start. People were getting like 400, 500 income, and thinking, better stop at 550. That's high enough for Hydro Dam. It's a short map. I can't get any more income than this. But these guys have proven them wrong. You can get up to 700 income on Hydro Dam if you play perfectly, like these guys. But it's not an easy thing to do, guys. You have to aim that dartling gun very well to pop the blacks and pop the regrow, the whites and the zebras, because those cluster bombs are completely useless against blacks and zebras. So you have to use that dartling gun to aim at those zebras to give your bomb tower the chance to pop the eventual towers. And oh my god, both guys doing mob rushes. There is no way they have money to defend this. I have no idea what they're going to do. I guess, oh my god, the Trevor Squires attack is way fun. And GG. Oh my god, that's actually a huge mistake. Okay, I saw what happened there. You guys can rewind to see the video. But basically, Trevor, or Unstoppable1237, sold his mob maulers. That was a great play. Fantastic play. Selling his mob maulers means that those mobs would never get popped and they travel a lot slower, whereas Juicy did not sell his mob maulers. And once he popped a couple of mobs, man, that just went into like unstoppable, really fast ceramics that there was no way he was going to be able to defend, because he spent all his money on that mob rush around 20. So it seems that both these guys doing huge round 20 rushes, and that may be because round 20 rushes may be like impossible to stop. I don't know, I've seen Anaconda stop it once, but you know, once doesn't really prove anything. You have to stop it like 20 times without fail to really prove that your strategy can stop around 20 rushes. So I suppose this strategy haven't, you know, without being fully tested on round 20 rushes, both these guys going for that round 20 rush, and Unstoppable just making that slightly more clever play of selling his Moab Maulers so that his Moabs will stay as Moabs, whereas JuicyFruit making the mistake of popping those Moabs and getting a ton of ceramics through his defense. Okay, so the series is tied up 1-1. Let's go to game number 3. Alrighty, we're here in game number 3. Let's see what map JuicyFruit has chosen. Oh, another small map, Temple. Man, I don't know why, but Noblemen love these small maps. I don't know what's up with that. I guess they just all think they're good at farm strategies. I guess, especially if they both use farms. And by Tyler Strat, no farms. Do you mean spikes? Spikes? Who uses spikes? I have never seen spikes in King of the Hill before. Well, I have no idea when they would ever be good. Because in any situation you can use spikes, you can just use a ground zero. Like, ground zero is way better than spikes. It's like the most OP strategy in the world. it's true, guys. So we're gonna see Trevor try to defend a farm rush by looks of things. He might be doing an ice strategy. I'm not too sure. But if he's not, then woof, good luck trying to hold a farm rush. So far, so many Noblemen have tried and so many Noblemen have failed trying to hold farm rushes. On both cards and Temple, they always try and they always fail. Yeah, no farms by Unstoppable. Really interesting. So I'm actually really excited because I have faith in Unstoppable. He's a very, very creative player. He tries really hard. He's actually one of the most passionate players in Bloons TD Battles. Really passionate about the game, which is really, really good to see. And he loves testing strategies, and if he thinks he has a good strategy to stop farms, then I have faith in Trevor. And sorry guys, I keep calling him Trevor, it's just what I sort of know him by. Yeah, anytime I say Trevor, I do mean Unstoppable1237. Yeah, I have a lot of faith in Unstoppable1237 and defending a farm rush, but we're going to see here. And I guess now we will have enough downtime for me to talk about these changes that I made to King of the Hill. So the changes were big changes, but not like so big that I had to change the King of the Hill seasons. Usually a change of season in King of the Hill means I've made a big change. Like changing and introducing Nobleman rankings was huge, because now it means that every position has value, and it means that every Nobleman battle has value, not just games versus the king. So that was a huge change, just a radical change to the way that King of the Hill is perceived, because now it's not just about the king anymore. It's about every position, you know. It's about trying to get to bronze. Well, no, you start in bronze. It's about trying to get to silver, and then once you get to silver, it's about working your way up into gold, and then once you get to gold, it's about working your way into king. And Nobleman ranking was a great idea, but unfortunately, I don't know why, but a lot of people kept refusing challenges. They just so like so many people love their Nobleman ranking. They didn't want to accept challenges and drop in rankings. And so what I did was that initially I just introduced a badge system where I was like, oh, if you defend against a Nobleman in Nobleman Battles, you get a badge. And the problem is that I didn't have any value for the badge. Like, the badge was just completely worthless. I just told them it had some future value, but I never told them what that future value was. And so people, the whole point was to incentivize people to collect badges and thus accept challenges. But because I didn't tell them what the badges were worth, people didn't really care about the badges that much. But now, I have finally given the badges some value. But before I get into that, there's nothing in this game I need to talk about. It's just normal farm economy versus Bloons economy. I'll start talking about the game into round 13. But before I talk about that, there's some other changes I made to King of the Hill. So number one is that this doesn't really affect you guys at all, but affects Nobleman, and that Noblemen used to be able to only challenge people 4 places higher than them. So 4 places higher was a limit that you can challenge. Now it's changed to 6. And that's just a simple change, you know. I just wanted to give people more people to challenge, and that way, sometimes, you know, if you challenge one person and he refuses, you challenge another, he refuses, you challenge another, he refuses, and the 4th person isn't online, then all of a sudden you have nobody to challenge. Like, there's just nobody online. Round 12 here, getting some camo, nothing too much to talk about. And so I changed it to 6 to give people more people to challenge, and that way, you know, it's more likely that Nobleman battles occur generally. Oh, Space Picks, a good attack versus Mortar. It does force Unstoppable to lose some lives. He's going to have to get a second Mortar to stop these lives lost. Juicy can pretty much just carry on setting Space Picks, Camo Picks until he gets a second Mortar. But at the moment, it seems like Unstoppable was way more concerned about this Rainbow Rush that could be coming. Because a farm Rainbow Rush is really hard to stop if you're not prepared for it. But it seems like Juicy not going to go for that round 20 rush, and instead going to go for probably a round 15 or a round 20 rush. As the round 20 rush is the ultimate farm rush round. So incredibly hard to stop. Pretty much impossible, I would say. But let's see if Unstoppable can find a way to stop it in this game. Also, Juicy, I would say, kind of not doing the best farm strategy, because really by now you should have 4 farms up. You really should have 4 2-0 farms, but maybe he did some attacks earlier. I didn't really see. Ooh, that's not expected. Going really high farm economy. Wow. Yeah, sure. More lives. Lives don't really matter at all. He's got farms. He doesn't have ground 0. He can't go to late games. Lives do not matter. These games will never reach round 38. So that was one change that I was talked about in the King of the Hill. Another change is that all challenges that beat Knight automatically start on 11th rank position. And that's just a really kind of an arbitrary change that I made. It used to be that you would start in the position above the Knight that you defeated. But the problem with that is that it made I Suck at Battles, who's one of the Knights, really nervous for his games. Because if he lost a game, it means that the new noblemen that come in start in like one position above him, which is like 3rd place, I think, which is kind of ridiculous. Maybe 4th place. Kind of ridiculous. So he really didn't want to lose games, and he tends to lag quite a bit. So it's actually quite possible for I Suck at Battles to lose Knight vs Challenger games just because of the lag problem. So I've changed it now so that all noblemen start in 11th place, which is just kind of like a middle of the tier, you know, not too low, not too high. It's just at the top of Bronze League, but not quite in Silver League, which I thought was, you know, just I didn't want to put it right at the bottom because sometimes the people in the bottom are not very active. But I thought 11th place was like just an okay place to put it. Not too much reasoning for this, but I don't really see any harm, you know, or any good merit to put the nobleman, the new incoming nobleman in any particular place anyway. So 11th place is where you start. So back to this game, guys. Round 20, and oh my god, a Spike Factory. So he is gonna go for the Spike Factory defense for this huge Moab rush. Let's see how good it is. Wow. Nope, still gonna die. That was really close though. Wow, that was actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. Wow, that ability is so good. Jesus, that ability is good. If he did that twice, if he just did that, sold it, did it again, and got some more spikes, that could have definitely held. That would have definitely held. Wow, it looks like this would actually work. This could actually work, guys. This could totally work. This can totally work. Let me think about this. Okay, so it does work really well versus the round 20 rush, but let's not forget, guys, he doesn't have ground 0 anymore. But having said that, although he doesn't have ground 0, Spike Factory is actually pretty damn good for late game. Those 4-2 Spike Factories can hold a lot of Zoman Gods, and actually, the farm player doesn't know what his opponent's towers are. He doesn't know if he has a ground 0 or a Spike Factory. So he kind of has to do that round 20 rush. Because if he waits any longer, then maybe your opponent has a ground 0 and then you're kind of screwed. Hard to tell. It's kind of becomes like a mind game after that. But yeah, this Spike Factory, if he just did it a little bit better, maybe had some more defense at the end, he definitely could have held that rush. Really interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more Spike Factory versus farms in the future. But yeah, the first debut of the Spike Factory strategy. Wow, I can't believe after like 18 episodes of King of the Hill, we finally may have found the strategy to beat farms. Wow, it's taken us this long, but I knew there was a way, and finally somebody's found a pretty decent strategy against round 20 farm rushes. Alright guys, let's go to game number 4. Alrighty, we're here in game number 4. Let's see what map Trevor Squires has chosen. Unstoppable1237 has chosen the map Park. Okay, so Park is another very interesting map. The really like close push for game 7. There is no game 7. You guys aren't king. Only games versus the king is best of 7. So if JuicyFruit sucks at no lives lost, does that mean he's gonna go for farms? No, neither player go for farms. So both guys trying to go for no lives lost, but it may not be possible. Oh, I didn't see what Trevor said there. What did he say? Say something. There it is. I am all for no lives lost. Ah, okay, so both these guys stuck at no lives lost for Park apparently. I don't know why it's so hard. Oh, by the way, guys, interesting that Unstoppable was using the same boomerang spot as the Dark Affliction. Pretty good boomerang strategy overall, and certainly good if the Dark Affliction is using it. But these balloons are going to get through. I see a little balloon getting through. Jesus, and bam! 149 lives. So, guys, I mean, first of all, you have to put your boomerang on strong. That's just a general tip for all noblemen. Putting your boomerang on strong for rounds 1 to 4 is really, really important because it's those blues that are so dangerous. Reds, not dangerous at all. Your bomb tower can pretty much just handle the reds by himself. But any blues in there, so look at this. Oh, that was lucky. That one was lucky. Any no, you have to get that boomerang up ASAP, otherwise you will lose lives. And now, Trevor has the pain of seeing these balloons slowly leak through, and he's just not going to do anything about it. He's going to say, stuff it, I'm already down on lives, whilst there's no pain to losing a couple more. But, yeah, going no lives lost is, I mean, it's just not that hard, guys. It's honestly not that hard. Just get your boomerang up to 2-3 before round 4 starts, and put your boomerang on strong for rounds 1 to 3. And you might have to like switch between last and strong and first to make sure you're hitting the balloons that you want to. But usually a boomerang and a bomb tower can go no lives lost from rounds 1 to 3. And it's really sad to see these guys losing lives. But at the same time, you know, this is something that I know a lot about because I've played quite a bit of King and Hill. And these guys, you know, as experienced as they are, they may not have actually played as much King and Hill games as I have. So, you know, at the same time, I can't really blame them. By the way, guys, this boomerang spot by Juicy is actually really interesting. Quite a bit different. I've actually never seen it before. I guess it's pretty good. It cuts into the balloons, which is always very good. It's always good to hit into the balloons. He might even have it on last because of that. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there, yeah, it is on last. Interesting. So yeah, he's got it on last, and that means he can cut into the balloons, and it doubles back. But this Black Rush may do some damage, but no, no. With the other boomerang as help, Juicy is still going no lives lost, doing very, very well. Whereas Unstoppable, unfortunately, down to 146 lives. So a bit of downtime here, which gives him time to talk about the last and final King of the Hill rule change that I made. And this is probably the most important one by far. Is that, so yeah, as I said before, I finally have given these guys something to use their badges on. So if you ever go to the King of the Hill thread, you'll see these like little cool icons, like these little smiley faces with sunglasses beside the Nobleman rankings. And that just goes to show how many games a Nobleman has won as a defender. So if someone else challenges them and they win, you know, they don't really get anything except for these smiley faces. Oh, some more lives lost here. Man, not getting a ricochet for round 8 is pretty bad. Rigo Yellows, yeah. So I finally given them something to spend those smiley face / badges on, and what they can do is they can spend 3 badges to move up 1 place on the Nobleman ranking. Let's just let that sink in for a bit. They can spend 3 badges to move up 1 place on the Nobleman ranking. And just for kicks, I like giving bargains. So, he's always using a village, which is kind of necessary on this map, I feel. I feel like a mortar with these huge bends is actually just as good, if not better. Well, again, that can't be better, but it's just as good. Really, if you can get a village, I mean, if you get a mortar working, you don't really need a village. It's kind of just a really huge expense on round 12. Makes you kind of susceptible and dangerous to huge rainbow rushes on round 13, which is something that Trevor might go for. No, I guess not. Trevor really ain't know about the eco. 650. Yeah, so a pretty low eco, and the reason for that is because he is using a village. You really can't get much very high economy when you're using a village compared to a mortar. So back to this King of the Hill change that I made. Yeah, so they can spend 3 smiley faces or 3 cool badges to move up 1 place on Nobleman rankings. This applies to anybody in any position, including, you know, you can even get the king. If you're second place, you have 3 cool badges, you can spend that and you can get the king. And I'll let you guys think about that for a second and give me some feedback after you thought about it on whether or not you like this change. By the way, a single ceramic not doing any damage at all to Juicy. Unstoppable, man, he needs to think of a way to cause some lives lost, because he is down in lives, and it's not even a small amount either. It's down by 8 lives, which means that he's going to need to do some pretty decent sized attack to get past Juicy, and unfortunately he can't do any mortar exploits. The sort of the flavor of the month at the moment is all these mortar exploit attacks. You see Anaconda's, some of you guys might have seen Anaconda's made a video about that. Really good video about it. Really good explanations about how to exploit the mortar. So many different ways you can sneak camera balloons past the mortar, because mortar only has about 60 popping power, and you can easily stack up some regular balloons with the camera balloons, and if those camera balloons don't get hit by the mortar, then they just sneak right on past, and yeah, they just get to the end because they never get decamoed. And so basically, the reason that I made this change in King of the Hill is that I wanted to give. I just don't have enough time to talk about this right now. It's already getting to the pretty dangerous round 18. So here we go. So, Moab coming through, a single Moab with some ceramics behind it as well. This might be quite a bit, as we're going to see here quite a few ceramics stacked up together. And oh my god, this attack might actually work here, guys. Wow, this might. Oh my god, wow, that attack actually worked. A round 18 attack with Moabs and ceramics. Wow. I'm actually really surprised that worked there, guys. Juicy should definitely have gotten more ricochets or some bomb towers or something. But yeah, just Juicy completely underestimating that attack, and that gives Unstoppable a yeah, it ties up the series 2-2. Wow, that was a great comeback. I thought he was down for the count, being down 8 lives. But really interesting. I've never seen that rush before in King of the Hill. A round 18 Moab and ceramic rush to exploit the fact that Juicy just completely underestimated the number of ricochets that he needs to, because all those the thing about all those ceramics stacked up perfectly at the right time. He timed that really well to get those ceramics to get stacked up so much, and that means that those ricochets just weren't doing as much, and that means that the 2-3 boomerang just couldn't pop those ceramics fast enough. So really great attack there by Unstoppable, and that's a great way to come back to 2-2. Let's go to game number 5. Alright, game number 5, the deciding game here. We're gonna see if JuicyFruit choosing Rally as the 5th map. So we might actually have a draw here, guys, because Rally is a really big map, quite easy to get no lives lost by both players. Watch me lose, why? Yeah, it really was a good series, guys. A lot of interesting games. We got to see a really good Hydro Dam game, sort of finally showing the full power of the Darting Gun and Mortar strategy. And then that attack on game number 4 is really good. The stacking the Moab ceramics and natural ceramics. I'm not saying natural, the ones you can send. The group ceramics and the Moab ceramics. So we both suck or are really awesome. Okay, whatever. We might actually even go to game number 6 here, guys, because it's really possible that these guys can go no lives lost in Rally. Rally is probably the easiest. Nah, Plutonium Mines is still the easiest. But Rally is pretty damn easy as well to go no lives lost. I've actually been pretty damn disappointed in my Nobleman if they can't go no lives lost on this map. Pretty damn disappointed, because, I mean, by now you should know how to get no lives. Oh, what the hell just happened? Okay, well, I guess someone's gonna lose and someone's gonna win and someone's gonna lose. Probably Unstoppable is gonna lose. So now he's gonna do these like crazy rushes, like pink rushes. Oh, this might actually work. No. Once that 2-3 ricochet boomerang is upgraded, it's pretty hard to get pinks by. I didn't even see how he lost those lives, guys. Sorry, I wasn't even watching. But yeah, those beginning rounds it's pretty much the only time you can lose lives is from rounds 1 to 3, which is kind of ridiculous actually. But yeah, you actually really have to micro that boomerang quite a bit to not lose any lives. You have to put on strong, and then on first, and then back to strong, and then first. And yeah, the priority is strong, but if you see some balloons getting past, then you obviously have to put on the first, otherwise they will get past. And then the bomb tower it's probably best to leave it on close, although sometimes I put it on last as well. It's really, basically, you want to use the bomb tower to clear out the group reds. That way your boomerang is hitting exactly what you want it to hit. Because if you get the group reds block your boomerang, then it's really hard to go no lives lost, as you're going to miss that crucial balloon that's sneaking by that you want to hit. So round 6, so Unstoppable is still playing quite safe, doesn't want to lose any more lives. He wants to, oh, so here it is, he's going for a huge black rush. He knows he has to do this as the only way he can come back in the series. Doing pretty well so far, but maybe a single 1-0 boomerang is enough, although I would have thought it wouldn't be. I would have thought you need a bit more than this. We're going to see. Unfortunately, Trevor is not committed to this. He's going to go from blacks and back into greens. And meanwhile, Juicy is doing a black rush as well. Kind of unnecessary, but at the same time, you know, if you can cause your opponent to lose some more lives, then I say go for it. So both these guys so far, black rush is not doing any damage to either player. And, okay, Unstoppable getting that ricochet up to be completely safe. And let's say so still no lives lost by Juicy, and this is pretty much it for him. Once he gets a ricochet for round 8, it's going to be really hard to sneak balloons past by him. So if this is the way that Game 5 ends, kind of sad, but that's the thing about these big maps, guys. You have to go no lives lost, really crucial. And oftentimes it is decided by these early rounds. Well, having said that, you know, in the previous game, I thought that Trevor was down for the count, and he somehow managed to find a comeback on round 18 with that Moab, Ceramic, and Ceramic Rush. So I would not count out Unstoppable right now. He definitely has a trick up his sleeve, and especially if Juicy is using a mortar, then there's so many ways to exploit that mortar and come back in the series. So yeah, so basically the thoughts behind my change in King of the Hill. Oh, a village. So he doesn't not want to get mortar exploited. And oh, a village as well. So this could be an opportunity, or it could be the end of Trevor. I'm not too sure. I mean, it does, a village on round 12 means that he's, where's the camo, guys? Where's the camo rush? Come on, you should do a camo rush. You should, I mean, forcing your opponent to spend $2,000 is never a bad idea. And the funny thing is that you actually only, okay, well, I mean, too late. He might have actually got a camo bloom past. Thank goodness round 12 is so long. Why? You should be aggressive. You should be worried about causing your opponent to lose lives rather than defending. I mean, Juicy didn't have a camo detection up for so long. If he sent a camo balloon on exactly at the very beginning of round 12, he might not have had enough money. If you go over on income, because you know it's really easy to go over on income when you go villages, because it's actually quite hard to estimate how much money you need to save to get a village up in time. Yeah, so unfortunately, Unstoppable was more worried about his own camo detection rather than the camo detection of his opponent. Yeah, just the wrong call when you're behind the lives, I think. Anyway, Trevor obviously has some great round 18 or round 20 rush planned, because once you get to round 25 and people have ground zeros, there's just no rush you can do, basically. 730 economy is pretty damn good, actually. Yeah, that's actually a tough spot to be in, to be behind in economy and lives. So yeah, I guess I can maybe sneak in a quick talk about that King of the Hill change. So basically I wanted to give a something that was really valuable for these guys, for their badges, and that way they would be really keen to accept challenges by other noblemen. And that's just my hypothesis, that if I can provide a badge that is really valuable, I mean 3 badges to move up 1 spot is really valuable, guys. It's a really easy way to move up. Well, not easy, but certainly a valuable way to spend your badges. The only more valuable thing I can think of at the moment is either somehow giving them NK coins or to give them money. And I'm not going to give you guys money, so that's pretty much out of the picture. So basically letting you guys move up in King of the Hill is pretty much the most valuable thing in King of the Hill if you care at all about the nobleman rankings, which I believe my noblemen do. So yeah, and so I feel like it's a great way to motivate people to accept challenges, and then I also feel like it's not going to you know, be exploitable pretty much at all. You know, you're not going to be able to see somebody accumulate a lot of badges and move to a higher rank than they should, because I also added an additional rule where you can't have more than 9 badges. If you have 9 badges, then you have to spend them. at least some of them. And that way you can't just accumulate like 90 badges over time and eventually just goes, oh look, I have 90 badges, so I'm going to spend 12 of them, no not 12, like 30 of them to become king, and I still have 60 left. So you can't do that. Oh, these balloons might get past. Nope, never mind. Yeah, so JuicyFruit getting a really solid defense up, does not want to lose to anything at all. And with that defense, I don't think he is going to lose anything. I think he's pretty much set for the game. By this stage, you know, if Unstoppable is not doing a big rush right now, he doesn't really have too much going for him. And here it is, the BFB rush, probably Rego BFBs, as they are quite a bit stronger. We're going to see if this can be enough to stop JuicyFruit. There's a couple ways to defend this. You can either try to defend it with Moya Maulers, or you can try to defend it with a ground zero. Looks like he's going to go defense with Moya Maulers. And oh my god, Unstoppable is even going to send even more ceramics, but this is not enough. Oh, it might be enough. Oh my god, it might be enough. Is this going to be GG? Is this going to be GG? Oh my god. 71 lives, 70 lives. Oh, it's 54 lives. Oh my god, he survived it. Holy cow. And that's going to be it. Unstoppable is going to be GG. Oh, that was awesome. Awesome, man. I did not expect that. Wow. I did not expect them to lose any lives whatsoever. I thought that defense was absolutely enough to stop 2 BFBs. But with those, I guess with those extra ceramics and stuff, wow, that was so close, guys. That was so close. Oh my gosh. Actually, we saw that those BFBs were regular balloons. If they were regrow balloons, that might have been enough to push it over the edge. I think that would have been enough to push it over the edge. He might have had to sell a couple of towers, but man, that was close. Wow, that was close. 54 lives. And those balloons were so close to getting past. Oh my god. So there it is, guys. GG, a really close series, 3-2. JuicyFruit defending. I think it's defending. I think Unstoppable was the challenger in the series. I'm pretty sure about that. I think Unstoppable was lower on the Nobleman rankings. So JuicyFruit getting that defense, and that means he earns another cool badge, which if he saves 2 more, he can move up 1 spot on the Nobleman rankings. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that this badge thing, it doesn't really affect you guys as a viewers pretty much at all. But some of you guys, I'm sure, care about King of the Hill tournament. And if you have any thoughts on this new system, please let me know. I know some noblemen are up in arms about it, and some noblemen love it. We're just gonna have to see. But overall, my philosophy is pretty simple. This new system is gonna encourage people to accept challenges a lot more, which is the main point. And number 2, it's not going to completely disrupt the Nobleman rankings. We're going to see it to be predominantly a skill-based ranking. If you think that you can easily just accumulate 3 badges and move up a ranking, I mean, you're wrong. It's really hard to defend against challenges. Challenges are usually, quite prepared. If they're going to prepare to challenge you, they're prepared to beat you. And to win consistently versus challenges is not an easy feat. So, and also, if everyone just collects badges, and everyone sort of balances out anyway. So overall, it shouldn't be. We shouldn't be able to see too many imbalances due to this badge system. But that's enough about that. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Ryan Zoo. See you next time.